Hey there, Aries. I hope you guys are doing really well. I want to go ahead and get into a reading for you for the beginning of September 2021. And I was doing a little bit of meditation here with your sign, and I kept picking up on someone who I felt like somebody was allowing themselves to become more vulnerable in their connections and in their relationships with people. You may have felt like they might have been holding back due to some sort of, I don't know, fear of codependency, or maybe they've experienced relationships where it's just brought on codependent energies within them. It just seems like somebody holding back for fear of not entering into the right combination with a person, or holding back because we're afraid of being vulnerable or seeing vulnerability as a form of codependency. Maybe this is somebody that's dealt with codependency in the past. Either way, it just feels like there's an element there where it's just kind of old energy that's done its job, it's cycled, I feel like there's been a lot of perhaps deception with people that they've experienced as well, but they're rising above this, I guess, thought form or mentality of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 9-card spread for you, and we will get into this energy here, Aries. Show me Aries energy for the month of September 2021. Cat hair, of course. The first card you have out, Aries, is the 3 of Pentacles. So, this energy of wanting to connect with others in a different way, wanting to be available to new opportunities, communicate in a different way. This can also be seen as an energy where we are allowing obstacles that may have been a constant issue in our lives to kind of dissipate so we can be on board with the new situation, working with other people. I also feel like finding new skills, and when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like, work skills or anything. It's almost like personal development skills to deal with situations. You have the Hermit here. Okay, so there has been a heavy emphasis on dealing with energy on an internal level here. I'm sorry about the glare, you guys. Virgo energy. Yeah, so I'm just go ahead and get these cards out for you, and then we will get into these messages. Yeah, there's a lot of hesitation when it comes to connecting here. You have the Hangman here as well. So the 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Hangman. So even if this scenario that I'm speaking of is not your situation, somebody may be in a new situation. It could be work related here with the 3 of Pentacles. It could be connections and communications with other people. But Aries, it's talking about being very, very, okay, and that candle just went out and I just lit it. Very interesting. I believe in candles. Maybe that sounds strange. So when a candle goes out in certain practices, it can talk about situations not going one's way or not wanting something to happen. That, it denotes an energy of things not moving forward. And so this also kind of feels that way as well with the 3 of Pentacles. It could be communications. If you're getting involved in a job situation, we're doing a lot of heavy consideration in regard to who we're connecting with here, looking at it from all angles. So you have the 6 of Wands coming through here as well. So your discernment pays off, which is good, but let's continue. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Pisces over here, Virgo here. Ace of Swords. Having clarity of mind with a person, being able to communicate what you want here. Maybe this is okay, so what I initially said was somebody that was allowing themselves to integrate more and be more vulnerable in their connections. This may be a situation where we're holding back, where we have this like ambivalence to connect. Here, I feel like there's a safety. It feels safer to connect here. If you're dealing with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign person, you guys get the Queen of Cups a lot in your readings for some reason, Aries, but this may be somebody where there is a positive connection. They may be able to help open you up or bring you out of a restrictive period through truth, through honesty, through being able to listen and voice your opinions clearly, your thoughts, your feelings. This is a very nurturing energy, very loving energy, somebody that is very spiritually inclined, somebody that is very open to awareness, communication, commitments, very, very caring, and it feels like they can recognize you for all of you, you know, and that's kind of it's hard to come by, especially nowadays, just because so much is, you know, run by ego and status and, you know, what you drive and who you are and how much money you have. It's just this type of energy sees through that. They see through to the core of the person, and so it makes it easier for communication to be able to be born, to be able to start trusting again. And if this is you acting this way towards another person, it's telling you that, yes, make yourself available to be in that energy, that resonant energy, to help somebody through something. You know, this seems like a very big challenge for whomever I'm talking to, and holding back, you know, due to the fear of like codependency, or like seeing all relationships as like a codependent energy. That's not healthy. You know, we have to have connections in our lives. We have to be able to speak to people. We have to be able to open up here. So I feel that this is positive. Nothing is wrong with this reading. We have the World coming out here. The Seven of Cups. And the Five of Wands. So very interesting energy, Aries. You know, it tells me that there's an element here with the World of change and transition in a situation, perhaps a new understanding of self, a new direction, you know, new ways to be seen, new ways to be experiencing your life in a happier and more fulfilled way, especially when it comes to the connections that we hold and carry. I feel like this situation gives you, or whomever I'm talking to, it gives options. It gives a sense of relief when it comes to connections, communications, the things that we want to be involved in, things that I feel like somebody's held back from making commitments or connections that may be more so emotionally, you know, geared. Somebody that closes off from their emotions. It feels like there's an opening up here, but it's an incremental trust. And so we have to be available to that, you know. And then with the Five of Wands, I also feel like what this immediately tells me is more so judgment, harsher judgment of others, people. It's like living up to other people's expectations, or, you know, needing to look at that. And it's like with this energy, it's really taking a step back to, you know, figure out what this actually means, cutting it out, letting it go. With the Five of Wands, we don't need to be at the mercy of others' judgment, you know, especially if you're just trying to live your life, if you're just trying to deal with things in your own way. And I feel like there's a sense of needing to deal with things in our own way. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Justice card. Yeah, so truth, honesty, things changing for the better, honesty coming through here. You know, and I feel like that's a new sense of self with this energy. Nothing wrong with this reading. You know, I feel like there's a transitional period, but also a strengthening of our knowledge. I'm going to get some cards out here for clarification, and we will continue on. We're going to go ahead and clarify this for Aries. If anything, this water sign, or whomever this very loving person is, you can talk to them. You can have clear thoughts with them. It's not, everything is on the table. It doesn't feel like it's jumbled or hidden. And I feel like they come at things that help open up a spiritual awareness versus just like a person that is just a normal person. I feel like there's something here that's very attractive about this person in the way that they help kind of align situations. So show me the Three of Pentacles for Aries, please. So you have the Queen of Swords coming through here, Aries, with the Three of Cups. So again, hesitancy to connect and communicate with other people. You know, it's kind of a fear of being afraid, or a fear of being hurt. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords. So, you know, worries that people are going to be negative. People are going to, it's like negative associations with connections, with communities, with people, with, you know, having friends. The Queen of Swords is somebody that's experienced a lot of pain in their life, and they've dealt with enough. And so overall, they just want to have an easier time, but they've kind of dealt with so much that they have their guard up. This is having their guard up, especially when it comes to communities, to people who we should trust or who want to extend themselves, to have friendships in our lives. It's somebody that's like, no, very uncomfortable. And again, that Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it tells me that there's been conflict in their life before that has kind of left a pretty big impression. Show me the Hermit here for Aries. So we have strength coming out for the Hermit, Aries. Patience in this development, and that's what it feels like. It feels like an unveiling and a development. I know that this may sound woo-woo, you know, this reading and the whole premise here may sound woo-woo to people, and somebody wants some more structure, but I can give you what I can give you. These are the messages that are coming through here. There's a patience in this process, and it feels like a process. You know, there may be stop and go with this person. I feel like traumatic things may have happened here to somebody, and it's really shadowed their experience with people. So just be patient in that process. And if this is your energy, Aries, it's asking you to be patient in the process of reconnecting with yourself, which makes it easier to reconnect with others in the future. Show me the Hangman. So you have the Knight of Swords coming out in reverse here for the Hangman. And the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This energy pulling ourselves back, becoming invisible. There's an element here with the Knight of Swords where things can get very heated. Conversations can turn on a dime. Things can become very uncomfortable with conversations. And so if communication has been that way, we have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. It's the next in succession here. They're both here. This may be somebody who's used to very harsh communication, very uncomfortable topics, very people yelling at them a lot. You know, I know that as a child I got yelled at quite a bit, and it hurt. You know, it made a lasting impression. And I know that verbal abuse can be something that can hold us back. You know, so if we go into our relationships feeling like, you know, either it's codependent or I can't get too close because people are going to hurt me, so I'm just going to pull back, you know. It's like a loop. It plays itself out in a loop, you know. We're trying to overcome this, and I feel like there's an energy here where we need to be available for change. Give me one more for the Knight of Swords, because it feels like this is an impression that's been made, but I also want to find out if this is somebody that is currently present. Show me the Knight of Swords here in reverse for the Hangman for Aries. You have Temperance coming out in reverse here, Aries, Sagittarian energy. But the energy here, it's the Ten of Wands. This is out of balance energy. It's something that keeps us stuck. So it feels like this is more like a residual, lasting impression that has made its mark on somebody's life and the way that they deal with their connections and communications. It's been a very, very difficult thing to hold and continue to move forward with. But we have to move forward. We have a new opportunity, a new decision in life, a new direction here. And so it kind of gives us the license to free ourselves from the bonds that we have held on to. And, you know, with the Ten of Wands, this is, you know, willingly carrying burdens that, you know, kind of impede our future and our lives in general. And so with that energy, it gives us an opportunity to say, listen, this has hurt me for so long. I don't want to be attached to this type of behavior or thought pattern in my life anymore. I'm allowing myself to move forward. And if this is somebody that you're dealing with, it gives you more insight into perhaps how to connect with them in a deeper way so that they can have a different way out of this, so they can have a better way connecting with you through this. Show me the Six of Wands here. So the Six of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is here. So yes, positivity when it comes to communication, learning how to trust situations. And I feel like this is that mental energy cycling, that worry, you know, of the connection. So I don't know what I'm reading as far as like what happened to somebody when it comes to the experiences that they had with connections or communication or trusting others to be there for them. Perhaps they've been let down a lot. But this is a positive change, okay? It allows people to grow. It allows people to accept new opportunities in their life. Show me the Queen of Cups here. And to be recognized and to recognize their growth in a situation. It's good. Show me the Queen of Cups. Okay, so with the Queen of Cups, you have the Fool coming out here. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. So very good energy. This person lifts you up or you lift this person up. There's an opportunity for newness here. I almost feel like jumping for joy. There's like an element of alleviation coming through here. And kind of like, how do you say? Kind of like when we move forward in our lives, when we grow, when we change, you know, when we come out of a very long period of sadness or whatever it is, it's like, it's that first breath. It's that feeling of belonging, you know. Oddly enough, last night I was taking out the garbage, and I've only been here on the East Coast for a couple of months now, and I've never lived here before. And last night was the first time I felt like I belonged here. It was the first time I felt like this was my home, which was strange to me. You know, it was dark and it was just me by myself on the street, but it felt like good. It felt very good. It was this like, oh, okay, I can relax now. It was that kind of energy. And this is kind of what I'm picking up here as well. Not that you're taking out the garbage, but you know, there's an element of freedom. There's an element of accessing new things, opportunities that free up when you allow yourself to have more experiences in your life, and new things coming through potentially a person here as well. So this is a new opportunity with this person. With the Fool and the Queen of Cups too, for some of you, this may also be situations in regard to pregnancy. And I know that that sounds a little bit like drastic change in regard to what we're talking about here, but there may also be a connection to that for some of you. So, you know, who knows? And the Magician, moving forward, changing opportunities, allowing new things to happen in your life, you know, learning from your past to experience more here. Show me the Ace of Swords. You have the King of Pentacles coming out for the Ace of Swords here, Aries. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, very stable, very committed. This energy, I feel also, if this is something new coming to you financially, I feel like this is going to be a very positive step in your future. New job, new opportunities, new connections. But also, I feel that this is also a time, okay, so I'm hearing to say that it's important for you to save at this time, or moving forward with whatever this is. This may be a new job coming through this person, a new opportunity altogether. But if there's something here where it's like we have the opportunity for money, I keep getting this energy of needing to save and be very, I don't know if it's tight with your money, because we don't want to like hold on to money. Okay, so be careful about, okay, weird. It's all cycles. So if we're allowing new people into our lives, if we're allowing new change to happen, if we're feeling like, okay, I can let go of this codependent energy with people and I can start to accept and be connected, it almost feels like there's an element here where that worry and that constraint gets transferred to like hoarding money, or, you know, being very, very penny pinchy with money. Save your money, be frugal, but like, you know, don't completely like disconnect, or don't transfer that codependent energy or fearful energy into your finances, just because it's like, you know, it's like quitting smoking but moving to weed, you know. Like, be careful about that. Or not that that's bad, but you know, it's just, it's like trading one for the other, but it's still a vice. It's still a toxic connection. It's still a codependent connection. In a negative way. Either way, though, what this is talking about is a new opportunity, new person. This could be a new boss, new energy coming through here. You did have the Magician a minute ago. So this also may be a situation where you are bringing new opportunities into your own life, creating your own business, entrepreneurial stuff. There may be an element of that involved with this as well, but it's asking you to be very clear-headed in how you manage your financial abundance, how you manage the situations that you are connected with, how you manage the flow that you're becoming a part of here. And, you know, again, it could be another person coming in. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Show me the world here. The world is about transition. It's about endings, but it only comes after we have genuinely graduated in our life, when we have experienced a situation so much that we now learned its lesson. We have an understanding, a deep understanding of it, and when we have that, it transforms things. It allows us change to happen in our lives so we can have more. Very positive energy. Show me the world here for Aries. You have the Two of Wands, Aries, which is great, and I love this. Also, bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups. So, transitioning to new opportunities, new directions, things that feel very connected in positive ways here with the Nine of Cups. You have the King of Swords here too. You've got the Knight of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Like, I feel like there's an element here where we're no longer, whomever I'm speaking to or about, there's more of a clarity here versus an emotional reaction, you know, which can also be a codependent knee-jerk reaction. It's our energies, when we get that type of codependent energy, it's like we have emotional knee-jerk associations to things. It's clearing that out. It's having the ability to see things through clarity, through a different understanding and perspective, to have a better sense of understanding, you know, better sense of communication, and kind of like weeding out the emotions in a way. New opportunities, new directions here. I feel that they're very positive coming through here, Aries. Some of you, this literally also can talk about travel as well. If you're dealing with job situations, perhaps there is a reason to hold on to your money. It may be regarding travel. This may also be travel expenses, or, you know, perhaps moving away from a situation. That could also be present for you as well. Either way, you connect with people who care about you. You are involved in situations where there's, okay, so I hear less volatility. So volatility came up. So volatility was very loud, and it spelled it out for me. Okay, so dealing with situations that bring on less volatility. Okay. Yeah, new opportunities, new directions. You have choice here. Show me the Seven of Cups. And there is choice here as well. A lot of choice with the Seven of Cups. Now, keep in mind, though, with the Seven of Cups, it is an opportunity for new things to come into your life, but I feel that it changes situations on an emotional level for you, for the better or worse. So let's see which direction this goes in. Show me for Aries the Seven of Cups. Wonderful. You have the Hierophant here. Okay. Bottom of the deck for the Hierophant, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So diligence, perspective, perseverance, things, basically commitments, you know, and I feel like this is a commitment to self. I feel like this could be a commitment to a new opportunity in work, new connections. Perhaps you are moving on to a different situation when it comes to work. If this is, because we have this row here too, this may be also slowly involving ourselves. If it's a romantic connection with the Queen of Cups, this is slowly involving ourselves with patience and with, it's like patience but pursuing a situation with this Queen of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Taurus here as well. This can be something that leads to a lot of stability and emotional happiness here with this energy. But the Hierophant also, in a certain way, when it comes to like relationships, it's not as feelings. It's not necessarily somebody that's like running to jump onto a situation for commitment. I know a lot of readers will see the Hierophant and be like, you're getting married. It's like, okay, wait a minute. It's not always that. It's not always working with, you know, religious groups and associations and tradition. This also can talk about like pulling ourselves back, having a healthy sense of distance from a situation so we can get the totality of what everything else is happening in our life versus just focusing on one thing. It's like being a very whole, better rounded person, you know, versus just fixating on one element. So, okay, so again, it's this nod to codependency or the fear of codependency. So this may be somebody's either, it's like, I don't want to call it a tactic because it's a healthy thing to do. It's healthy to have perspective and to have other things going on in your life versus just like focusing on one relationship and like harnessing all your energy on there, because you don't let it breathe. It does create a codependent energy, and frankly, people don't like it when you are all about them. Like, I know that sounds weird, because when we're in love or when we're connecting with somebody and we really want to be there, we want to be present. And with Aries, you guys can like clobber people with how engaged you can be with them. It's like, oh my God, I love you. You know, it's needing to pull that back, needing to be honest with yourself about your own personal connections, your own decisions, and how you connect with people and move forward with things through honesty. You know, so with that Hierophant, it's kind of like the necessity to pull back and to view everything from a situation. Hangman, Hermit, Hierophant. View everything through a situation of growth, of challenge, of understanding, of perception. You know, it's fairness, but it also moves things along in a better way. 8 of Pentacles here, if it's talking about work situations, it's talking about something that can be very steady, but we work for it, you know, and also save your money. There's another element here about save your money, hold on to your money for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like very, very persistent in that message. Show me the 5 of Wands here for Aries. You have the 4 of Cups coming out in reverse here, Aries. So with this energy here, with the 5 of Wands, remember I said there may be a group of people or people that you associate with that always have an opinion. They're always up in your shit. They always have some sort of message to tell you or something that like they don't approve of. It's important that you separate yourself from people that involve themselves too heavily in your life when they don't really have any reason to be there, you know? And I feel here that there's an element with the 4 of Cups in reverse, because this can talk about allowing new things into your life. And I feel that when you release that, you know, perhaps you've been restricted or you've held yourself back from following your dreams or your passions or pursuits, or even people that you may connect with, but we've been listening to others about it and being like, no, I guess I won't go with them because maybe there's a traditional issue, or like people are just, you know, they don't trust a situation or they don't believe in it or they think it's morally wrong or whatever people think. It's not their business. It's not their job to dictate anything to you. And we need to move forward within the direction that we want to move in towards. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. This tells me that there's opportunities being presented here for you. There's opportunities being presented here that have financial connections, new jobs, potential new properties, new business connections, new lines of work, new, I want to say moving, like new property, not to mean like you buy property, you could buy a house, but like even just moving distance to a new location. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say, location. But these are new opportunities to be nurtured into existence. Here with this 5 of Wands, it's almost as if like we've been having a lot of like chatter in the back of our mind, or like living up to the expectations of other people and not really living our own life and making our own decisions. With the Justice card here and the Ace of Pentacles, it tells me that there's an opportunity that you're taking. You're not allowing people to get in your way. You're not freaking out about what they think about you. They really don't have that much say in your life. And I feel like this is kind of a departure from what we've been holding on to in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some oracle energy for this reading, Aries. Can you show me for Aries, please? Okay, funny, because I'm like, I'm looking at this, I'm holding this deck, but I'm looking at another one, and I'm like, nothing's coming out of here. Okay. Can you show me for Aries, please? Okay, so you have regeneration here, Aries. Regeneration. I want another one for Aries. You have no place like home. No place like home. What is home? What is that connection? You know, no place like home. I don't know, I get a very different energy from that. Maybe it's a deep connection to home and the people that we have in our lives. Maybe it's a situation that is something that we need to clear out to be more flexible here. You have flexible at the bottom of the deck in this reading as well. I do want one from this other deck, though. I do. Show me Aries. Envy coming out here. Purpose at the bottom of the deck. So finding one's purpose, moving towards the situations that they feel called to, doing so with honesty and direction. Regeneration, I feel, is being able to change matters, take things into your own hands, understand your perception, your way of life and how you're supposed to live it, you know, or supposed to, what life means to you, and not living it for other people here. I want to pull a card here for this because I feel strange with this energy. No place like home. So connections here, the Three of Cups. You have the Three of Cups over here. There may be, okay, so walking away from a situation or the need to change an emotional connection with something. There may be an energy here where it's like we're able to reconnect with people after a period of time, regenerating a situation. I feel like this message is talking about regenerating the self, understanding new opportunities within how we look at things and move through life. But here with this, it can also talk about connecting with people, connecting with friends, family members, people that we have in our lives that really do value us, and finding different ways to connect with them. Envy is another interesting one as well. Show me envy. This also may be envy from others. Perhaps this is why people have so much to say, or why people get involved in your life so much. They're envious. Show me envy. The Six of Pentacles here. So with envy, it can talk about you receiving things and people being envious. So moving forward into your new experience here, transitioning from the old, you may end up becoming very, very lucky, very connected to different opportunities that may provide you with new money situations. Again, King of Pentacles, moving forward, new opportunities, job situations, financial abundance. It's an uptick. It's an upswing here. Somebody or a group of people perhaps that, you know, these naysayer energies, they may end up envious of you, which is good. Let them eat their words and, you know, eat their feelings. I don't mean to be like sounding vindictive, but it's like if you follow your purpose, only good can come from that. Justice here, truth, honesty, you know, that is the reality of this reading, Aries. So I hope that this is helpful for you. If it is, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to donate, it definitely does help me. I appreciate it very much. And yeah, if you are seeking a personal reading, feel free to contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. And I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye, Aries.